AM Sports is presented by Triple J.
All right, welcome to sports. Andy Wheeler still sitting in for Dave Delgado, and tonight we're going to be talking football with the Guam Football Association, and it's not exactly the World Cup, but Ike brought in some hardware here, this beautiful trophy that was a high honor that you guys just received, and this is the Asian Football Confederation Member Association of the Year.
Yes, that's correct.
Pretty high honor. Tell us about it.
Oh, man, it's an exceptional honor. You know, Guam Football Association has been working real hard in representing Guam internationally in Asia, and with the staff, the board members, and the clubs, and supporting football in Guam. They all deserve it. Without them, we could not be where we are today.
Right, and this is a big honor, as we said, because of the work that the association has put in over the years, and it's grown, it's grown, it's grown. It's gotten more international recognition. And this Asian Football Confederation, it's not just one or two countries that are right next to us. I mean, we're talking all of Asia.
That's correct. You know, the AFC Confederation is made up as far of countries from UAE, Nepal, and all of the Pacific region, which starts with Guam and Northern Marianas and everybody in between.
Yeah.
So we have a designation, and we're part of what we call the East region.
Right.
You know, and within the East region, this is how we were recognized for all our hard work as a little tiny nation, you know, that was able to receive the honor from the president of AFC and basically competing with all the other member associates of the federation.
Yeah, with, you know, some of them hundreds of millions of people, you know, China, 1.5 billion people, and then we've got us 180,000 people.
Oh, you know, I mean, no comparison to demographics, but a great honor to be able to have received this award. And like I said, on behalf of our president, Tino Sangil, who would be here, but he's actually currently in Korea right now and handling a championship tournament that's in that region.
So they let you carry this around.
They let me carry around, and I mean, I'll tell you, when I was walking around to the office, it says, "Where are you going with that black box?" I says, "Over there."
Yeah, we want to show it off. This is not something you want to put up on a shelf in the office. You want people to see this, that the work that the people of Guam, the association, have done, even from spectators going out and watching Macau play against Iran or these other teams. We all have a hand in an award like this.
We all do. You know, we are such a honorable organization in a little island, and when we can host these countries in our little island and for them to come. The last World Cup qualifier, you know, we've had several countries that have never been here. What moved us into round two is after we had a competition with Bhutan, and then we went into the next round, which put us up against other countries, and World Cup is not over yet.
No, it's ongoing.
Like it's ongoing.
You were saying before we came on that you guys are always in competition mode.
Always. And, you know, it's not only our men's Macau team, we also have our boys, our girls, and we have a national team program, you know, that recognizes those kids that are constantly training. They're in training, and the national program is a well-recognized opportunity for any child that can really grow and be inspired, but to take the opportunity to travel to countries they would never dream of.
Right.
You know? And that's the big thing about to travel to countries that you never dreamed of, get that opportunity. You know, it's enlightening, you know, and to have Guam represented.
And to be on that international stage with that level of competition, because some of the teams that we're playing, they're not slouches. I mean, we get put into these groups, and we have seen our ranking rise and rise and rise because we're really showing people that, hey, look, we can play.
Yep, that's it. And, you know, and when we can be competitive with countries like China, you know, and our rounds that we're going through, and we have Maldives, we play against Syria. We have Philippines and China coming back up as for next year's events, and that will complete the round. So our men's Macau team will go to Philippines in March, and then China will then come to Guam the end of March, and then our boys come right back from Philippines, and then we compete here in Guam. And then we're supposed to have one more country tournament, and that's Syria, if we could ever get them to come over to our region. If not, we'll go to a neutral territory to hold our event.
You know, with the athletes, it's constant, nonstop. They're playing here, and then they fly off, and just a few days later, they're playing in some country I've probably never heard of, but they're out there doing it. So you guys want to make sure they don't have to worry about anything except show up. This is kickoff time.
That's correct.
Right.
You know, and the nice thing about everything that's set up with our national program and our men's battalion, everything is paid for. Everything is covered. You know, you just need to show up and train, be ready to play, and constantly, if you're out abroad in other countries or states and you're on playing with clubs and other organizations, we want to make sure that you're constantly on the ball.
Right.
Constantly on the ball, because practice never ends. That's the only way you get better at whatever you do.
Absolutely, and sky's the limit. One thing we did want to mention real quick is you have another little program with kids that you're doing kickball. Yes,
and in fact, that just recently happened last weekend. We worked with the Guam Police Department with a initiative program that they were working. We became the host, and we were able to handle a total of 21 schools and over 300 some kids that were actually going through a competition elimination. And this coming Saturday will be the championship event. So 8 schools have moved up to the championship mode. Excellent. To basically earn the right of being a champion and defeating it and becoming the champion to compete for next year.
And you never know, one of those kids may be representing Guam on the international stage in the years to come.
That's correct. You know, and the other thing that I wanted to talk about is something that we most recently completed, and we're very proud of it in working with the Special Olympic Organization.
It's such a wonderful organization.
You know, the Special Olympic Organization, you know, we were able to initiate the soccer program with 4 weeks of training, and then basically hosting a jamboree event and making Guam Football Association open up to those organizations.
It's a great thing, all the events they do, and you guys are doing a fantastic job.
We're constantly working on things and showing the community. What was really inspiring for my first take in watching kids come to the kickball program, parents have never been to Guam Football Association. Kids come to the ground and they look at the AstroTurf and says, "Is that real grass? Yeah. You know, is this real grass?" You know, and then they turn around to talk to their principal and says, "Can we have the same thing in our school?" You know?
Right on. Yeah.
So hopefully we can generate interest and sustain our feeder programs with kids coming up at such a young age.
It's what you guys do, and we appreciate it. So make sure you follow them on social media, Guam Football Association. Ike, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us and recognizing us. Thank you very much.